Welcome back, our football fanatics, to another episode of NFL TwinTake, NFL TwinCast. So today we will be covering our top, who we think the top five is for chances of winning MVP of the next NFL season. And the reason I'm wearing Khalil Mack jersey, Corey, is because the Mack attack. I think if they actually give it to a defense player, Khalil Mack
That's called
will
defense.
win.
That's called defense player of the
Khalil
year.
Mack will win MVP
They don't give
because
it.
defense wins championships.
Well, you guys have not won one, so I don't know about that. And they also don't.
85 Bears, greatest team of all time.
We're talking about
85
2020.
Bears.
Okay, well,
But no, just real quick, the reason he's going to win MVP is because he's going to have at least 3 strip sack fumbles and he's going to have at least 10 sacks, and that doesn't count tackles.
He's
for
not
loss.
even MVP of his own team, so let's continue.
Okay, well, that just shows how great our team is. But anyways, by the way, you might as well call it the QVP because
It's always a quarterback.
12 of the last 13 MVPs have been quarterbacks. The only one, Adrian Peterson in 2012, who's a beast.
Well, obviously, if it didn't just go to quarterback, Mike Thomas would have won it last year.
No, Mike Thomas is busy with his Twitter fingers. That's the only thing he's doing is
and,
Twitter
and,
wars.
and busy helping people with medical debt and also helping
Wow, nice job,
other
Michael
campaigns
Thomas.
going on.
Well,
in
no,
the league,
that's
so.
good, but every other player's doing it too. I mean, and it's about time he put his mouth where his money is with all his Twitter.
Put his mouth where his money is. He just had the greatest single season in NFL
Well,
history
yeah,
for
but
wide
the
receiver.
guy's great, but dude, lay off. I mean, he's giving.
Okay, every player goes on Twitter.
He's not Allen Robinson's not a diva. He's falling after Antonio Clown.
People don't know Allen Robinson's in the league.
You are an idiot. He puts up 100 catches a year with Trubisky and Bortles.
What is Blake Bortles?
Okay,
and
anyways,
Allen
we're
Robinson have
getting
to do
started
with-
on MVP.
Those two
So-
have nothing to do with an MVP.
So, okay. So I don't know if I'm gonna
What's
say
that mumble?
I don't know if it's particularly the order, but the first person I'm gonna talk about is Pat Mahomes.
Okay, well that's an obvious one.
So Pat Mahomes, 2 years as a starter, 76 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. That is an insane ratio, and it's not like he's somebody who's like doing ducks and dives. Like he's throwing, he's a gunslinger. And also we all see. I mean, we know the athletic freak he is. He'll be running to the right side of the field, throw across his body all the way to the left side, beyond point. The guy,
well, people always compare him to. It's funny because two guys you dislike, but
Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre.
yeah, he's like a combination between the two, and each of them are first ballot Hall of Famers. I mean, he can sling the ball. His accuracy is good. The guy's elusive. He makes throws you shouldn't make.
Yeah, and he's every game he's fun to watch. He's entertaining. He's going to do something that's going to wow you. He's got the it factor. He's a winner. He's already won MVP 2 years ago. He's a Super Bowl champ now. He added another weapon in Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He has the best.
Bayou Bengal.
I mean, one of the best tight ends, if not the best, George Kittle and
Well,
Travis
he has
Kelce.
a track team. He's throwing to a track team. Elite speed.
So, and then Andy Reid, QB Whisperer. The only reason it could be hard is because once you already win, then they don't look at you the same in voting.
You set the bar too high.
Exactly. Like, we expect Mahomes to put up, like...
He could have 40 touchdowns, and I'll say that's an offseason.
That's what I was just going to say. Like, we expect Mahomes to throw for at least 30 touchdowns, at least 5,000 yards. Like, that's expected. So if he doesn't, it's like... Or if he throws double-digit interceptions, we'll be like, whoa, what's he doing?
It's kind of like the LeBron James effect. Like, LeBron James should have more MVPs than he does, but it's just, they're going to get to someone else.
I would say Michael Jordan effect, I guess, because he plays defense, LeBron. Anyways, but yeah, so, I mean, you got to put Pat Mahomes there because he is the best player in NFL currently.
Let's ask the Texans defense what they think about Pat Mahomes. I mean, come on,
and that shows with the clutch team last year in playoffs because they would keep getting down, but it's like, I don't know if he was like almost like challenging himself, like, oh, this is fun now, come on, start playing.
Never out of a game. Not with that offense, not with him. And going off of what you said, last year he was hurt a little bit. Yeah, he didn't throw as many touchdowns, but he topped last year. I mean, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, all those comebacks. He just keeps getting better, so I'm not going to count him out for getting better.
Well, and that's the thing. They added, like I said, another weapon in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who Mahomes chose. And this is way overboard, but somebody on one of the shows, somebody on the show said that he reminds him of Barry Sanders with his moves, which is way over. I mean,
he's a Louisiana boy. He's a national champion. He's a Bayou Bengal. He's about to put the league on fire. Fantasy owners get him. Rookie of the year right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, Pat Mahomes is an obvious one. The next one I'm going to talk about is the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, okay, well, so here's my thing with him, kind of what we just went off of. I don't think he's going to win it just because he just won it. He would have to have a tremendous season.
Well, the reason I put him in, though, is because, but then again, they don't wait till the postseason, which sucks. But they went 14-2, lost right away in the playoffs, and Lamar Jackson, literally, the thing I like about him is last year was the first year that they catered to him when revamped the offense.
Yeah.
And he shows each week, though, he gets better each game as a passer. He's already a threat. He's Mike Vick 2.0 on his feet, but he's getting more accurate as a passer and more confident. and they added weapons now at receiver.
Well,
because that was what they liked last year. They had the best tight end crew. They had great run game, but they didn't have receivers.
Here's my take on Lamar Jackson. Loved what he did last year because he was just bashed his whole rookie season. Oh, that can't work in the NFL.
I love seeing him.
He's gonna be an RG3 junior. The only thing though,
RG3's on their team too.
In my opinion, though, the hard part is all off season now, defense coordinators can game plan for him. It was a shock last year what they did when they catered that offense to him. Like defense coordinators will be ready this season. His athleticism's good. It's great, but dude, you have top defenders.
They'll be ready, but are they going to be ready, dude? They with Mark Ingram.
You just said they'll be ready. Are they going to be ready?
That's what you say, but to a point. I mean, can you prepare for Mark Ingram and now J.K. Dobbins?
Oh, you can't compare.
They got J.K. Dobbins with them now.
You can't prepare for Deuce.
Whoop whoop. I mean, now they got J.K. Dobbins now, and then they bring in Miles Boykin, dude. He's a big body to go with the speed of Hollywood Brown.
Their weakest offensive
and their tight end position is wide receiver. Yeah, and now they brought in Boykin though with Hollywood Brown. Then with Willie Snead,
Willie Snead's from the Saints.
They have a fourth. I thought they brought in somebody else a receiver besides Willie Snead, Hollywood Brown, and Boykin. But they added receivers, so that was literally the only thing you could even like pinpoint that they could improve last year on offense.
Well, they were amazing at running the ball, whether it was Jackson, whether it was the running backs, their RPO. You didn't know who to go after. Mm-hmm. Tight ends too. I mean, those tight ends can catch.
Oh, best tight end group in the NFL, I thought.
And if Hollywood Brown,
they had three good tight ends last year.
Hollywood Brown can take the top over the defense. Yeah. He's injury prone. Last season
and now they got size, like I said, with Boykin, and then they could switch with the two running backs. So the thing with Jackson, like you said, it's going to be hard because it's not after the postseason; it's regular season. They went 14-2 last year.
Well, he's exciting too, so that definitely gets him points because half the MVP contest is popularity.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess so. If they finish first in a division again, or like first in the AFC during regular season, he puts up even better stats than last year, then they might be able to.
Well, here's the thing: you got to be on one of the top teams in the league. You have to be entertaining to watch, and the NFL wants to make you the face of the league. They want certain players to win MVP. No offense to Pat Mahomes, but he should have won Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
but they want him to be the face of the league, so they gave him that award. Oh yeah, he played good. Don't get me wrong, but he didn't deserve
42 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. He's just an all-purpose player. Let's be honest. Nowadays with football, it used to not be this way, but now Lamar Jackson is the prototypical quarterback for the future because
he's changing the game.
Yeah, you're taking for quarterback, you're looking at who's the best athlete. I'm going to turn him into a quarterback. Mm-hmm. It used to not be that way. It was just who's the best passer. Now it's who's the best athlete, and that's Lamar Jackson.
He's changing. He's changing the position.
Yeah. So next one I have a big bone to pick on this one because I think this guy's so underrated. Russell Wilson. Can you at least give him an MVP vote?
Ask Colin Cowherd. He'll go on.
He doesn't even have an MVP. How does he not have an MVP vote?
So Russell Wilson, with him, the thing is he doesn't have a lot around him. People will say he does. He has great running backs, but they were all injured at the end of the season. But he makes a lot with little.
Yeah.
He does a lot with what other players can't. Like, okay, people bash Brady.
Well, he's like Houdini running back there, Wilson. He makes those plays all the time on the run.
Think of what people said about Brady last year. He didn't have weapons. Neither did Wilson. And look what Wilson did compared to what Brady did last year. That's the argument. If you want to talk about someone who's the most valuable to their team, you take Russell Wilson out of their offense. The Seahawks
you take Russell Wilson out, and they were nothing until he got there. Yeah. The Seahawks. I mean, Russell Wilson is so underrated. I can't believe he doesn't have one MVP vote. He was all pro last year, and he had his lowest interceptions. I think he had 5 last year. So he's getting better, which is hard to say. Yeah. And what DK Metcalf?
Oh yeah, that guy's.
He's going to be in his second year. That guy, he came on the scene last year, and he's going to be even better. Then you got Lockett, as long as he's healthy. And then also, so with
Disley's a good tight end.
Yeah. Oh, they have too many tight ends, and they have the Bears problem, but their tight ends are actually good.
Yeah. So
I love the Bears, but their tight ends we're trying to find. We have too many in the room. The Seahawks have like 3 that could all start, 3 or 4. And then also, so out of his 8 years or whatnot, as starter, 6 times in a Pro Bowl, and they've missed the postseason 1 year. One year.
Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. We all know Patriots have been the face of the AFC. Consistency in NFC, I know you're going to say I'm biased, but Saints and Seahawks have been the most consistent teams in the past 10 years. Yes, Seahawks only got 1 Super Bowl, and the Saints didn't win one since, 10, 11 years ago. But the thing is, we've also been just as consistent as they are. And the thing is, it is so hard to get back to the playoffs to begin with each year because it's a high turnover.
And he's only missed it 1 year.
Dude, they were supposed to rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they lost to Legion of Boom, and Russell Wilson's just like, okay, it doesn't matter. That guy's...
The thing with Wilson, too, what's the most important thing at quarterback that I always talk about? Are you a winner? So
he finds ways to win.
The amount of wins he has in his career in his first 8 years is tied for the most all time with Ben Roethlisberger. For your first 8 years as a quarterback as a starter in the NFL, he's tied for the most all time in his first 8 seasons as a starter. So he wins. He's a leader. People love him. I mean, he's an MVP in my eyes because he goes home to Sierra every night. So you're already an MVP.
Here's the way I look at it: if Russell Wilson's on a different team, they give him an MVP.
Oh yeah,
it's a popularity contest.
But that's why
he deserves to have.
Yeah,
MVP.
That's why it bewilders me because, like you said, you take him. What's an MVP? The most valuable for their team. You take him off the Seahawks. They're suck. They're nothing without him. And I mean, especially last year when they still almost won the playoffs when their whole three-headed monster went down. I was the running back come playoff time. I mean, they had nobody to run the ball. They're three-headed monsters at running back. They're all back this year. And then did they bring in Carlos Hyde? Was that the team who brought in Carlos Hyde?
Yeah, I believe so.
So they got the three-headed monster running back.
I don't know why they wanted
3 stud tight ends. They got that Metcalf's in his second year. They got Lockett. Wilson is only going to get better as he's proven. I mean,
okay, well, let's talk about availability. He never misses a game. No. Durability is huge. Availability is huge. That's the best ability. Russell Wilson, you can count on him every week. He never misses a game.
Yeah, and they also added Philip Dorsett, who I know he didn't pan out for the Colts, but he did decent for the Patriots.
He's a good number 4 receiver. He's not going to be a top 2
receiver. And who else did they bring in who I love, and the Bears done messed up with that when they brought in Greg Olsen?
Yeah,
veteran presence in the locker room. Greg Olsen, if he's healthy, and I know it's a big question at his age, but if he's healthy, that guy's as reliable as it gets.
He's a safety blanket.
And
he knows what he's doing. He's gonna be a good leader. That's a big move.
Yeah, and especially because the division the Seahawks are in.
If
Wilson puts up if he puts up numbers like he did last year, and since they brought in more pieces, and then if their defense could actually stop somebody and the running back stay healthy.
Oh, their defense was their weakness.
Yeah, and Olsen stay healthy. I trust Wilson, so I think people are finally giving him some credit. If the Seahawks can win that division, I think Russell Wilson is top 2 for MVP.
And I will go off of what you just said. Towards the end of last year was probably the first year I saw Russell Wilson start to get credit.
Exactly.
A lot of people were talking about him. They realized how important and valuable he is. So, he's going to have some steam going into it this year for possibly winning MVP.
Yeah. And then the fourth one I have, Corey, I'll let you kind of ramble on this one.
Jesus Christ, Drew Brees.
All hail Drew Brees.
Speaking of underrated, he owns basically every record there is to
How
own.
has he not won an MVP?
How has Matt Ryan and Cam Newton won one in his division and not Drew Brees? The year he should have won it was the year we went to the Super Bowl. We started out 13-0 along with Peyton Manning and the Colts, and of course they give it to Manning. Mm-hmm. It's again, I get it, but if you compare a couple of Brees' seasons, he had the same stats as Aaron Rodgers and Manning when they won some MVP awards.
I think it's a small market, and number 2, it's kind of almost to a fault because he's so consistent and good. That a 5,000-yard passing season, 30 touchdowns, and single-digit interceptions is so normal for Drew Brees that it's like, I mean, what can he do? I mean, what more can Drew Brees do? Especially at his age, he's still playing at a Pro Bowl level, and you see people tampering off like Brady and
he ends up falling off.
Brady and Rivers fell off the freaking boat last year, and I mean, people just don't. I don't know what it is. Like I call Russell Wilson the younger Drew Brees because he never gets credit. Drew Brees, they just overshadow him.
Here's the thing. Brees is the most accurate passer in NFL history.
He's broken every important record.
He led completion percentage last year. If you watch the Saints vs. Colts game, he had 1 incompletion and just torched them. The only reason people think Brees is falling off a cliff is because he had a bad playoff game. Yeah. If you watch last year, he played lights out every game he was in besides the playoff game. Our whole team played bad that game.
You know you're great when they always try and nitpick. It's like with Joe Burrow this year. You try and find one, like his hands aren't big enough. With Drew Brees, his arm strength. I don't care about arm strength because he gets it down the field and he's the most accurate passer in NFL history.
People always want to say he has the most talent. He should be doing this good. Okay, trust me. He makes some of those players look more talented than they are. I mean,
and then
he makes them better.
2 big things why I think he could win MVP this year. What's the only thing that he hasn't accomplished on his bucket list? Is the MVP. Yep. They brought in another weapon finally to complement Michael Thomas. Emmanuel Sanders.
He's a star.
Kamara's going to be healthy this year.
Jared Cook.
Yep. And then on top of that, dude, Drew Brees.
Taysom Hill's a weapon.
The vengeance he has. This is the last ride. This is it. The 3 crushing playoff losses in a row. This is it. They're all going to rally together, especially with everyone trying to separate them now and tear that team apart.
It's going to be. I'm telling you, you guys could turn this off now if you want. We're winning the Super Bowl. Drew Brees will win the MVP. It's going to be a storybook season.
I was just going to say, if good karma in life is a Cinderella story, Drew Brees is like the greatest guy in the world. So the guy deserves it. He's a great leader. Everyone loves him. Nice guy. He's done so much on and off the field.
He's done more for New Orleans than any athlete. And
the guy is sports. If I ever have a kid, I want them to be Drew Brees. Nicest guy, world class. He's accomplished everything but an MVP.
Yep.
I hope you get it this year, Drew Brees. You deserve it.
He will get it.
Yeah,
He's winning
you
MVP.
deserve it, Drew Brees. So honestly, and he's got more weapons. He's got vengeance. They have that bitter taste. No one else has had 3 tragic losses like they have, and we all know he knows it too. Sean Payton knows that this is his last ride.
Well,
this is it. This is it.
It's kind of like you said with Mahomes and Andy Reid. Sean Payton is an offensive mastermind. Him and Drew Brees are like peanut butter and jelly together. They've been together forever. I mean, this is the most talent I've ever seen a Saints have.
Well, exactly. And the 2 coaches who are the best coaches that actually adapted their offense through 2 decades, Andy Reid and Sean Payton.
And also, it's not like you shouldn't need a lot of motivation being an NFL player, but what you touched on, people love playing for and with Drew Brees. With it being his final year that we all know, oh, dude, they're going to rally around him.
They're going to rally around him, especially because, dude, the people are trying to tear the Saints apart right now.
Oh, yeah,
Drew Brees is the best leader in football and the hardest worker. If anything, they're going to rally around each other. They're going to get Drew Brees that Super Bowl, the Super Bowl and MVP. They're going to get him that MVP.
This is the year.
This is it. I hope you get it done, Drew. I love you, Drew Brees. Anyways, last one. Same division and that same age almost.
Oh,
Tom Brady.
Oh.
Tom Brady. What, dude? Okay, the guy's already at 3.
That guy couldn't hit a 10-yard slammer. Or he couldn't even.
Corey. All he had was an injured rookie N'Keal Harry last year and an injured 34-year-old Edelman. That was it. He had nothing.
So he just played with 2 players on offense.
Okay, well let's go over something. 3 MVPs already. 6 Super Bowl victories.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was about 2020.
Okay, well, what do you play the game
for?
for? To win Super Bowls? He's won 6.
Okay,
he's been to 9.
Tell me when Tampa's been competitive.
Dude, he has more weapons than he's ever had. Even in 07 with Randy Moss in him when he was shattering those records, he has more weapons now.
I don't care if he has a Pro Bowl team. If he can't throw the ball 10 yards, I mean, come on. The guy's
Corey.
He looks like dust getting the
He's
ball.
He's got three tight ends. 3. Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard.
O.J. Howard's overrated.
I want the Bears to get him. I mean, I think he's pretty
well, you guys could get anyone off the street.
Okay, well, he could be decent. I like Keyshawn Vaughn. He's played for Illinois, left Illinois.
He's good. If he played for Illinois, we're done.
They addressed the O-line in the draft to protect Brady. The guy doesn't turn it over.
Cam Jordan's still getting pressure.
He doesn't turn over, and he's got 2,000-yard receivers. Dude, famous Jameis Winston threw for 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns.
Famous Jameis.
If famous Jameis can throw for 30 touchdowns last year with that offense, what do you think Tom Brady's going to do?
Here's
more weapons than he's ever had.
No,
he's already won it 3 times.
He has arguably the best wide receiver combo behind, obviously, Mike Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, and probably behind Landry and Odell Beckham. But no.
And
he definitely has the top 3 receiving core.
They're running Gronkowski.
Okay, dude, that guy, he's a stud. He's clutch.
Hey,
dude,
say what you want.
Healthy.
I don't care what you say. Gronkowski is one of the top 5 tight ends of all time.
Yeah, but that guy, dude, he's too busy wrestling and selling CBD.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to tackle him.
He looks like he has a
Would you want to tackle Gronkowski run down the field? Dude, him and Tom Brady are peanut butter and jelly. That connection they have.
Yeah, but Gronk's had a lot of bad
And they brought
injuries.
in Tyler Johnson from Minnesota.
Okay, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
So do you already have
he has
2,000-yard receivers. Tyler Johnson, 3 tight ends. Brought in Gronkowski. You got the running back. You got the O-line.
Let me say
you have the QB whisperer and Bruce Arians.
Okay, hey Brady fan club. Here's what he has going for him.
6 Super Bowls.
Besides
3 MVPs.
Besides talent, we all see it no matter what. He's as talked about as the Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady's always going to be talked about. The league wants him to do good. He usually does do good. People want to see excitement. Him out in New England, him succeed. If he has a good season, chances are they might give him an MVP. I give
over 50 NFL records. Most successful quarterback in NFL history.
We just talked about Drew Brees. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Drew Brees. I know Drew Brees holds all whatever, but do you play to win the Lombardi Trophy? Trophy.
You want to talk? Okay, here's how Brees is winning an MVP. We're gonna whoop Tom Brady twice this year. Drew Brees is gonna outplay in both games. Welcome to the NFC South, Brady. You just screwed yourself.
And also, so Tom Brady takes care of himself, just like Drew Brees does. He takes care of himself.
Yeah, with
Listen,
this
okay, well, it works. He takes care of himself.
Takes
care of himself better than half the 20-year-olds in the NFL, and he's 40. And then he's somebody who finds that motivation like MJ does. What's the motivation to prove that he could win without Belichick? Honestly, he has that motivation.
Big chip on his shoulder.
They're already making a 9-part documentary about him. He probably wants to add a 10th episode to be like MJ. So he wants to get that another Super Bowl or MVP. I mean, I'm just saying the guy's already accomplished all this and he has more weapons than he's ever had. So as long as he hasn't 100% fallen off the cliff, this is the year to prove it. Well, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He has the weapons.
The cool part is with Brady and Brees getting to play twice a year in the same division, that will pan itself out.
Yeah.
Whoever else plays each other and wins that division.
Yeah. So with the last 2 we talked about, Brees and Brady, They both have weapons. I think they're both legends, so I think they could still play. That's what legends do. They still have those aha moments and stuff.
I think anybody in their 20s or older wants one of them to win it.
Yeah,
because it's their last hurrah.
And like you said, with them facing each other, whoever wins those battles could be the one who wins it.
It's the last of a breed, man.
Yeah.
They're the last.
Oh, it's the last of an era.
Passers are.
Jimmy Garoppolo is one of the few left. Yeah, you baby.
Yeah, pocket passers are becoming extinct,
and it's cool because they're going to be going back and forth for like half these important milestone records all year.
Do you ever think too? People don't sit back and think they're playing people half their age. They play with some of these kids' dads.
Well, that's what I was saying about how well they take care of themselves.
It's unbelievable.
It's insane. I mean, how seriously they take their craft and like the perfection that they put towards it and the work. If anybody does that towards their career and field, you'd accomplish so much. I mean, but not anybody can do that. Like their drive is insane. They've sacrificed so much in their lives to put all their blood, sweat, and tears and effort towards their craft.
I have one person I want to add, actually, kind of two. We talked
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, you talked about AP. I mean, honestly, Christian McCaffrey arguably is the best player in the NFL.
Yes.
I don't know why he's not talked about more. Maybe it's because he's on Carolina. I don't know. But, dude, look up that guy's stats. He does everything. Literally, that guy is the offense.
Christian McCaffrey plays 3 positions. He's one of the best blockers in the NFL. He never lets anybody get by to quarterback. Yep. Yeah, one of the best blockers. Blocks better than half tight ends receivers. Hell, he blocks better than half the Bears O-line.
One of the best skill blockers.
Had over 100 catches, set the record last year for catches by running back season, and
like
one of the best running backs. I mean, people used to say that, with quarterbacks, it used to be you didn't talk about them if they were a black quarterback. Christian McCaffrey, I feel like he suffers the opposite as a white running back in NFL. People just overlook him. I'm just being honest.
He's a stud. He does what's asked of him. The guy, I mean, he's just a walking stat machine. He's a fantasy.
He deserved that payday, that contract. I love McCaffrey. The guy is huge. He's fast. He's elusive. He's great. Dude, he does it all.
People love him in fantasy football.
He would, if anybody's going to be a running back who gets it, it's him.
He deserves it. He at least deserves recognition. Another guy I'm adding, Michael Thomas. I mean, I'm sorry.
Fingers.
Dude, he has the most catches in NFL history through 4 seasons, and he just keeps topping it.
But you want to know why he's not going to get it?
And look at his catch rate, too.
He's not going to get as many targets this year.
That's true.
So that's why he's not. Because if he didn't get it last year, Corey, when he set that record, why would he get it?
I am so sick of players, just people who bash him. Oh, he gets thrown to 300 times a game. Well, he's catching 290 of those. You go do that. Yeah. Everyone in the stadium knows he's going to him, and he's still catching it.
That's when you know you're great, when everybody and their mother knows where the ball's going. And he still catches it.
He's the best in the game.
It's like when Walter Payton was on those crappy Bears teams in the 70s, and we all knew he was going to run. He still ran.
Ever since Antonio Brown became a clown, Mike Thomas has been the best receiver in the NFL.
Mike Thomas is becoming a clown himself.
Okay, you're a fool. He's the best receiver in the NFL. And Julio Jones is the best physical specimen.
The 2 best receivers, Michael Thomas is the most efficient, like productive, which is kind of ironic because look at it this way. Drew Brees and Mike Thomas are like the best at their positions, but most accomplished, you go Tom Brady, and most like best hands, I go Hopkins, or biggest Julio. But he is the most productive, just like Drew Brees is the most productive. So is Michael Thomas. So they kind of get overlooked.
You can't guard Mike. He's just going to shatter more records this season.
Oh, Michael Thomas, awesome, but they won't give it to receiver. If anybody else could do it because he catches over 100 balls, like we said, it'd be McCaffrey. But we all know it's a QB award. Last was Adrian Peterson in 2012.
He's catching heat, and honestly, I don't think he'll win it because his team won't be that good. But Kyler Murray's a popular pick right now.
He is.
I mean, speaking of Hopkins,
another one who I think he would actually have a shot if he somehow pulled a freaking rabbit out of his head because they're trying to bring his team down. His own coach and GM would be Deshaun Watson. If he somehow imagine if they went like 13-3 because they have no business because
give the man some help.
That's what I'm saying. So if he does like go off this year with stats and like brings the Texans to a division title and they're one of the top seeds, then he could win it because they got rid of Hopkins. You know what I mean? Because Watson's amazing.
Yeah.
Like we saw in the playoffs, even though they lost, the plays he makes. So he's another dark horse, and because it is a QB award.
Whoever is the best team or one of the top 2 teams in the league, and whichever quarterback's on
exactly. Essentially, we all know it's not who's the most valuable or the best in the league. It's the best quarterback on the best team. Well, that's what it is.
And I'm going to transition into our next episode because what you just talked about, offensive player of the year usually isn't a quarterback because they try and give it to the running back skill position. Yeah. So that's next episode. We're going to go into our top 5 predictions for offense player.
Yeah, and last thing, what do you think with Dalvin Cook saying he's going to hold out?
If Dalvin Cook's healthy, he's a top 3 running back. I think he's an Alvin Kamara and a Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. So I agree, but if I'm running a business, if I'm an owner, I'm not paying
I don't pay him that.
Alexander,
what happened to Gurley.
Alexander Mattison, he had less carries but averaged more yards than him. Dalvin Cook hasn't played a full season, and then look at recent history, man. Todd Gurley, David Johnson, are you kidding? Like damaged goods, you pay somebody that much and that happens? I mean, that's
it's like buying an expensive car and just taking it off the lot.
Yeah.
Right away it depreciates.
Yeah, I mean, love Delvin Cook, but right now with running backs, man,
it's just bad timing.
What everybody needs to hope for is that Christian McCaffrey stays healthy and produces, because then that will help maybe turn.
Yeah, thanks Delvin Cook, because now we're gonna have to pay Kamara a bunch of
him. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed our episode. So again, we had Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson in it, the past two MVPs, and
Russell Wilson.
They're like their new prototypical quarterback. Russell Wilson, Drew Brees. One of them, please, can one of them? Yeah, one of them. They're both like the same guy, overlooked their whole careers.
Humble, accurate,
both relatable, both great guys. Yeah. So, but again, Drew Brees, you're an MVP on and off the field.
I know Kyle hates to hear this.
Russell Wilson, your MVP
before
was
the episode. I know you hate to hear this, but you can make the argument just like Wilson with Aaron Rodgers. You take Rodgers off the Packers or nothing.
Well, good, because he's going to be off soon.
I'm just saying he could be a dark horse too. All right, guys.
Yeah. Well, so Khalil Mack MVP if they give it to a defensive player.
The quarterback.
But yep. So hope you guys enjoyed our episode. Next week we'll go over the Offensive Player of the Year awards and
go Saints, who dat?
Bear down, baby.